Hey, what is going on, everybody? After 2 long weeks, we are back. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Master and Drum Whiskey Room on a Whiskey Wednesday night. That's right, the microphone is back. Was having too much trouble with the overhead mic audio-wise, so I'm back to it. Just let me know if you hear too much snapping and slurping and swallowing and all the gross noises nobody wants to hear. I will try to put the mic away from me as I do that. But welcome back, everybody. It's good to be back. I came home to a bunch of great bottles to sip through tonight. A lot of catching up to do, a lot of whiskey news as we're getting into the to the August month here, getting towards the end of July. I can't believe July is almost over already. It was pretty much over. Now we're going to get into a lot of the, I guess, releases when it comes to the fall, the big fall releases. But honestly, we've had so many releases this year that are special or seem high age. Like I can't even say if fall releases is a thing anymore. We'll discuss that a little bit later. But welcome in, everybody. It's good to see everybody. Let's go. See a bunch of cool people already in the chat. Already have 173 people in the chat climbing in. Welcome, everybody. 96 Milliman, what is up? He says that's 1792. 15 piques my interest. There you go. We got Barbecue Ed in the house. What's up, Ed? Little Barry is here. We have Whiskey Nose. Marty Party's here. Top Jimmy. What's going on, Toby? Nice to see you, man. The Bourbon Coach is here. What's up, Jesse? We got Phil Lossifies. Cheers, y'all. Ride Simmel in the Glen. Thank you very much for getting a bottle of that. Happy Wednesday night. Cheers. Pineapple night. Yeah. I'm a little scared of that bottle. We might save that for the end. I don't know about that pineapple one, man. John Legalbo is here. What's up, John? We got Gaspa in the house. We got James Lay. Pork chop took a week off and is fully marinated and recharged. I'm definitely not recharged. That was a long week of conference work. Man, did I sleep my ass off when I got home. But yeah, recharged now. Actually, I lost my voice a little bit while I was away, but it has fully come back as of a couple days ago. Trucker B Sprizzy is here. Oh, Trucker B Sprizzy is here. What's up, Trucker B Sprizzy? Top Jimmy said hi to you. Tim Romero is here. John Farron coming in hot with the $25 super chat. Was Friday. Wanted to say happy birthday for us July babies. Cheers, pork chop. Thanks, John. Happy birthday to you as well, if you had a birthday already. It's also Geddy Lee's from Rush's birthday. That's why I wore my Rush shirt tonight. Happy birthday, Geddy Lee of Rush. You legend. Not that he's watching this, but just saying. Happy birthday, Geddy. Slapshot Roadhouse is here. What's going on, Brian? We got Jamie. Mrs. Appalachian Bourbon is here. I love Jamie's photo. She's so serious there. She's like, I got my glasses on. Let's drink some bourbon. Great picture. John Farron is here. We said hi. In Myrtle Beach for family vacation, enjoying Knob Creek 12 this fine evening. Cheers, everyone, from Block 98. We got Brad Boersma. Let's see. Sweet Sydney is also here. Abrod 25 is in the house. We got Kevin O'Malley. Who else is coming in? Warren Smith. Kenneth Clark is here. What's up? Cheers, Bo's Wine Guy. Very much. Hey, you go. Sipping some Crittenden and Detling tonight. We got Prescription Bourbon in the house. What's going on? Nice to see you, man. Jeff Perkins is here. Tim Cornet. Bourbon and Burns. JG, of course, with his whiskey cheers. Numa 20. Long time no see. What's going on, man? Adam Hinson. Hope Florida's treating you good. I hope you're back from your vacation, or you may still be on vacation. Maybe you didn't leave, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Patrick Little Dew is here. Sean in the house. We got Suburban, Taco, Joe the Sample Guy. David Duke is here. Sipping on some TAC 25D. Very nice. Modi Itzio Passenz. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. He says, I've been missing so much Whiskey Tube content. Month-old baby and 3 kids having me busy, but trying to stay up to date. Well, congrats on the new baby, and hope you're doing well, man. Nice to see you in the chat. Michael J is here. Just a little Weller Special Reserve in the Glen tonight. And more people coming in. I'm just going to kind of skip down to the bottom here. Paul Pio, a bunch of people. Queens, New York in the house. That is right. We got Spammy. Was that Spammy Ilami? Sipping on Short Barrel Double Oaked, says MD Kinney VIP. All right, it's going to be fun tonight, guys. We're going to go through some whiskey, go through a bunch of news, talk about some stuff happening in the Master Journey Whiskey Club, stuff happening with Drum Key, Not only that, but also a bunch of releases we're going to taste through tonight. My first pour tonight was kind of inspired by the 1792 because I haven't had it in a while. You guys remember this bottle? The old Sam Houston 15. This was a big favorite for a lot of people. It's blended Barton, and I felt like this might be a good something good to put up against that 1792. So I just figured I'd get my palate set a little bit and get going with this one. Sipping that rye symbol is so freaking good. Thanks so much, UT Bourbon Crud. Glad you're enjoying it, man. Yeah, my next release, the only thing that's holding up my next release, the power ballad, is the TTB. The TTB is hasn't approved my label yet, which is very frustrating. So, it is what it is. Hopefully, it happens soon, and we can launch it at some point here in the month. Sipping on CYPB, just picked from Specs Lottery. Go MSRP. How do you think of that CYPB? Did it meet your expectations or not really? LeBron James to the Phillies. Yeah, LeBron went to the 76ers while we were away last week. Let's do a little segment while we were away. LeBron James went to the 76ers. Kind of bizarre, but okay. 2 years. We'll see what happens. Sam Houston was a hell of a wrestler until the Four Horsemen broke his leg. Wrong spot, Roman. So Power Ballad won't be an August release at BK. It might be. We're just because once the label gets approved, then we got to get the labels printed. There's a good chance it'll still be released in August. I'm just not sure if we'll see it till mid to late August now, unfortunately. So it sucks, but it is what it is. I just feel like I haven't put out a release in forever, so it's always like on my mind. But we'll get there. CYPB, okay, just average. I'm used to higher proof. Yeah, dude, it still boggles my mind the amount of photos I see in bourbon groups of people posting pictures of Weller. Is it just me, or are we fucking over it yet? Like, what? Why? Enough with the fucking Weller photos. Like, I don't know. It's a mid, like all of them are pretty much mid-tier bourbons, except for, you can make a case for maybe Weller 12 being somewhat special because it's 12 years old, and Weller full proof. Some of those can be gems, especially the single barrels. But other than that, you can't tell me that any of the other ones are worth more than MSRP. I don't know. But I still see pictures. I got a Weller in the wild. Who fucking cares? There are 55 to 60 better bottles on the shelf, better than Weller, that you can get right now. I'm just saying. Yes. Now the collectability part is something you got to factor in, guys. Trying to finish the rainbow. I get it. Hey, listen, I did it. I finally got a single barrel MSRP. I bought it, so probably a little bit of a hypocrite, but it's like constant though. Like I'm still and to the point where I think we're seeing a lot more Buffalo Trace on the shelf now in some areas, not in all areas, but in more areas, we're seeing more Buffalo Trace. And I think people are just like so hyped about it. So we're just seeing pictures upon pictures in bourbon groups of Weller and Eagle Rares and like, oh my God, enough with the freaking Weller already. Like enough's enough. Weller is like a first girlfriend. Can't ever forget the first. I guess so. That's a good way to put it. Weller pricing has crashed. People here moved on. Yeah, I mean, I actually don't see as much love for Blanton's anymore. It still seems to be huddled around Weller, which is interesting to me. Like when I see Buffalo Trace content online from either on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever it is, most of it is Weller related, which I think is kind of an interesting change. It's like, I mean, people are still posting Stags, obviously, and, BTAC when it's that time of year, but it's been so consistently Weller for the last couple of weeks. It's crazy. But seriously, can we review some Blanton's? I mean, I just got a bottle of the I have a Blanton's Gold barrel pick. I did just get another bottle of the barrel. I love straight from the barrel Blanton's. It's so good. I'll love that more than any, like, it's so good. I get it. But I mean doing a Blanton's review, a full-on Blanton's review 2026 version, that could get some clicks, I guess, right? Dude in a local group showed 6 packs of Weller Full Proof and Weller 12, then was upset people were unimpressed. So staged a photo of his Russell Reserve 15s the next day in his shopping cart. This is how sad bourbon people are. That's pretty. I think I saw that photo, actually. I think I saw that photo. I'll take a Whiskey War double over any Eagle Rare or Weller, says Hill and Abel. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, it's a little shout out to local distillery here, High Bank. Love that. Jason Weller, yeah, it's been at least 3 years since I had a chance. Jason's Weller rant reminded me of Tony going off on George, the bartender in The Sopranos. I do think regionality has a lot to do with the Weller Post. The Weller deserts are starting to fade. Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it, Nashville Mac. As I mentioned before, areas that were not ever getting Weller are now getting Weller. So part of me gets it. But I want to see, like, those people that got Weller to, like, post a picture of them drinking the Weller. And, like, was it all you hoped, or were you a little disappointed? I mean, honestly though, I still love Weller 107 Antique. I think it's such a perfect weeded bourbon for me. Like, just for my palate alone. Like, I love that stuff. High Bank is awesome in the Ohio, so it's always on my shelf. Yeah, there you go, David. Stag is about the only thing I want from BT, unless it's a store pick of Whirlpool for 107. Can't find anything else anywhere. I got a Russell Reserve 1345 today at MSRP. You have to crack it. What's up, Corvette Trey? Showing 1792 some love. Yeah, we're going to get into a little 1792. Weller 107 hit 85.99 in New York City. So that seems very low for what it used to be when I lived there. When I lived in New York, Weller 107 was at least $150. James Lay. Oh, BBC High Wheat over OA 107. Yeah, dude. For me, it's close. I would have to try the High Wheat again, to be honest, James, because I still feel like the Weller 107 has a little bit more sweetness versus the High Wheat. But if you like that more wheat forward profile, I get it. Totally get it. Give me some New Holland all day long. Yeah, I get it. But, Weller is so mainstream, and when people find it, I understand. But my gosh. Oh, I found a Weller. Like, I thought we were past this, but apparently not. It's the 2026 is the comeback of Weller. All right, guys, let's get into something. Tell me what you're pouring in your glass right now, or what you have in your glass. I'm going to start with this. Man, I forgot how good this smelled. Holy crap. A little bit of a dusty bourbon funk on the Sam Houston 15. Little borderline butterscotch. I remember one of the barrels when we were tasting through this being a little bit old school. It had a buttery note to it. And yeah, I feel like they used that barrel in there. This was pretty good. That 1792 rye is a killer. Even in Cheers, just cracked a little book. Stour Hill Farm 2025. Okay. Pursuit Honey Hog Barrel. We tried that 2 weeks ago. What's top 5 bourbon so far of 2026, says Pav. I think in no particular order, because I haven't really blinded them all. Well, I did blind them 2 weeks ago. I would say Heaven Hill 22 is definitely up there. The Cheesy Gold Foil Archives is definitely going to be up there. I'm trying to think. Oh gosh, I'm gonna forget everything now. I'm gonna literally have to look back at all my. You know what? It's hard not to put. This is gonna sound a little wild. It's hard not to put the old Grandad 114 7-year in there. The single barrel. It's such a good whiskey for the price. I like every single one I've had have been just so good. and tons of flavor for 50, 55 bucks. So I'll be really excited when the whatchamacallits come out, the single, excuse me, the actual single barrels. Let's see, what else have I tried this year? Peerless 10-year could be up there, maybe. Elijah Craig 15, I'm not sure. I will have to put that in a blind to see how well that does. Yeah, Key in Kentucky, hell no. Old Forester 1924, the 10-year this year. Actually, the Jack Daniels 10-year could do some damage this year. The proof might be a little low to hang in a blind, but I think there's something to be said for that bottle. I honestly wouldn't put either Colonel Taylor, Cured Oak, or 4-grain in there. Yeah, Peerless 10-year. Yeah, I think those would be my top choices right now. That Four Roses anthology could do some damage. We'll see. 13 Colony Barrel Symphony. I still have to get a bottle of that. Jack 10 is outstanding. Yeah, anthology might be up there, but I would just hate to just like pick all bourbons with high age statements, because I do think there's something to be said about some of the bourbons out there, like an Old Grandad 114 single barrel that has great flavor for the value as well. Another sneaky good release this year that I don't think enough people are talking about is the Barrel Craft Spirits cigar blend or cigar batch. That thing is crazy good, for way better than I thought it was going to be. Really, really good. Elijah Craig 21-year. I think it's a good one, man. Again, I think I have to like put all these old bourbons in a separate category. There's so many of them. Knob Creek Blenders, I think is a great release. Again, another great 10-year-old bourbon, sweet, extremely affordable, different profile than what we're used to with Knob Creek, and delicious stuff. But the proof's a little low. It's not going to hang in a blind, and that youth is going to come through against some of these other bourbons, which is why I think there should be I should like separate, like, now we got to separate these age statements, because these 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year old bourbons that we're seeing this year, it's insane. A 10-year-old bourbon is just not going to be able to really hold up to that unless it's a cask strength. Booker's Big Easy batch. I think Booker's Big Easy could do well, but the problem with Booker's that I always have every year, even if there's a good batch, that the youth comes out when you put it in a blind. That's the problem with Booker's every year. It gets youthful when you put it in a blind tasting. Again, goes to my point. I'm going to have to separate them, I think. Came across Star Hill Farms on a case of ECBP B525 at Costco. Damn. Any interest in the Still Austin Red Corn? I'm trying to remember if I liked that one last year. I feel like I didn't. And who knows? Casey. So Russell's 45 anniversary, to me, I liked it, but I didn't love it. I just thought I don't know. There was something about it that just, like, it was very Eddie Russell, but I don't think, if I had to go buy another one, no, I'd still rather spend the money on pay up for Russell's 15 or even spend a little bit more and get an archives. Thoughts on the Benchmark Rye? Great budget rye mixer for sure. Yep. Little Book 10, I think, could do better. I'm waiting for that bottle to open up, and it has opened up. That could do pretty good. Yeah, Barrel Cigar Blend is winning the chat, and I think for good reason. It's a very sneaky good whiskey that we got from Barrel this year. Yeah, the Russell's 13 could do well in a blind. It could. I might just be, I don't know, for my palate, I just love the archive so much and the flavors in that compared to the Russell's 13. But Russell's 13 this year's drinks like a Master's Keep. But since we don't have Master's Keep anymore, I think it makes sense that Eddie Russell put out a whiskey like that. All right, guys, cheers. Guys, I forgot how good this is. This is so good. Oh my gosh, the Sam Houston 15. Just bring this back. Holy hell. Carlos Garcia just put Booker's 10 versus Russell's 13 in archives, but Booker's couldn't keep up. Caleb, I'm actually drinking old school Sam Houston 15, baby. Going old school tonight. I'm just getting ready to try the 15, the 1792 15 year. D. Brenzier says, love your palate, my man, and don't hate me for being excited about getting my rainbow a month after Pride Month. Okay, well, that's cool. When you say your rainbow, are you talking about all the Wellers? Because if that's you getting the rainbow or catching the rainbow, then I get it. I caught the rainbow too. I finally got a Weller single barrel this year at retail. So that was the only way I was gonna get a Weller single barrel. I was not paying up for it. Yeah, this is from Company Distilling in Tennessee. Gold foil larrikin single barrel are leaders on my bar. Some of those some of those larrikin single barrels are so good. Penelope 18 and Joseph Magnus store picks have been great this year. Yes, the Penelope 18 was really good. I actually liked it. I kept mine. Usually I trade away the light whiskeys, but I really liked it. I'm hunting barrel craft cigar batch until I fall apart. Outside the stars, all in. Yes, the Wellers. Yep, for sure. Totally get it. Jason, have you tried Penelope Magic Toast? I feel like I have. Yeah, that's why I'm saving the pineapple for the end. Dude, people are selling the Bardstown pineapple on secondary for like $240, $250. I mean, guys will sell anything at this point. So just poured some antique after the full proof. Definitely prefer the antique. That's the thing, Roscoe. But when you hit on a really good Weller foolproof single barrel pick, they could be phenomenal. It just depends on what you get. Oh yeah, Green River 8-year double oak toasted was a nice surprise this year. I think. I feel like there was another good surprise whiskey. I'm forgetting. Oh, the Evan Williams 250ths. Those are the Elijah Craig barrel proofs we didn't get. Are those Evan Williams 250th single barrels for sure? I think those were kind of sneaky good for the money. Yep. This was the where's it written here? Yeah, this was the Kentucky 1 release. This is the OG, man. This is the original. This is where their best barrels went in that blend. It's so good. Yeah, a lot of people are telling me to get the Elijah Craig PGA. I'll have to look for it. Patrick Borno with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you for that. It's finished in cinnamon toast crunch barrels, I believe. Yeah, that could be a thing. All right. I think the palate's warmed up with this. All right, guys. So what do you want to start with? I have the 3 new Four Roses. I have the Old Elk 10 years. These are brand new. Old Elk just announced these. I got the sample pack recently. So there's 3 different expressions. There's a wheated bourbon, a straight bourbon, and a wheat whiskey. You guys want to start with these? You're interested in the Old Elk 10 years? We could dive into these immediately. Old Elk? Okay, yeah, let's go with the Old Elks. I'm excited to try these, actually. Old Elk has been kind of just non-existent in a little while, in a way. Yeah, we'll definitely break out some other 10 years and put it against it, and we'll see what happens. We'll have a little fun with the Old Elks here. I'm not starting with the Bardstown. No way. If that's as... So, good friend of the show, Todd Ritter, he had warned me. He's like, dude, if you're going to try the Bardstown pineapple, just like do it last on Wednesday night because it's really sweet. So I don't want to drink a bunch of sugar water before I do any of that. It's a lot of 10 years, dude. A lot of age stated products, as you guys know, coming to the forefront. How much for the Old Elk 10 year? Usually pass on Old Elks because they always seem expensive for what you get. I'm going to go through the pricing here shortly. I just want to get these poured. See how they do. Now, I have the wheated bourbon. This is the wheat whiskey. This will be interesting to try against the 10-year. This one, guys, remember this Bernheim that they released? This is a 10-year wheat whiskey that Heaven Hill released this year. Kind of sneakily released it. So didn't hear anything about it. Nothing about it. All right, guys. So let's take a look at these. So if you guys have not seen the bottles for these yet, here we go. So this is what the Old Elk 10 years look like. They look pretty. They look like your usual 10-year. They look like your usual Old Elk bottles, except they got the big 10 on it, which makes total sense. Now, as we get into, let's see here. Old Elk debuts first major whiskey releases since being acquired by Middle West. That will be available nationwide for $70 each, $69.99 each. That's a big drop off from what a lot of us were paying for Old Elks back in the day. I think that's smart. It includes a straight bourbon, straight wheat whiskey, and wheated bourbon. The release marks the first significant product launch since Middle West Spirits acquired the Fort Collins, Colorado-based brand in May, expanding one of North America's largest independently owned distillers' premium whiskey portfolio. Each whiskey in the collection was aged for a full decade and bottled at more than 100 proof. The lineup is led by the 10-year straight bourbon, features an unusually high percentage of malted barley. So this is their usual mash bill: 51 corn, 34 malted barley, and 15 rye. The 10-year straight wheat whiskey is 51.5% ABV, 103 proof, distilled at 96% wheat and 4% malted barley. And rounding out the collection is the 10-year wheated bourbon, bottled at 52.5%, 105 proof, made from 51 corn, 46% wheat, and 3% malted barley. All these three expressions, as I said, carry a suggested retail price of $70 per 750 milliliter bottle. And these are going to start rolling out very soon. So let's get into it, guys. Yeah, I don't think Greg Metz is a part of it. I think these are the last. I think this is kind of the maturation of the whiskeys he laid down. Now, granted, a lot of those came from MGP, but they're still whiskeys that he distilled. So this is what they sent me to. They sent me a little 10-year collection thing here. What does it say? It says releasing August 2026. So next month he's going to be rolling out. All right. Yeah, this is great pricing from Old Elk. Very aggressive coming to the market. When you have people like Peerless coming to the market with a 10-year for $200 plus, $225, and then Old Elk's like $70. Just shows you the drastic changes in whiskey pricing. So what do we want to do first here? We'll do the straight bourbon first. Let's dive in. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, Old Elk price came down by a lot. Now, that high barley is what always kind of freaked me out about Old Elk, but let's see what we get here. The nose is immediately maltiness through and through. It's kind of like toasted bread, a little bit of like orange marmalade on the toasted bread. Maybe it's kind of like a orange honey combination, maybe a little bit. You might have said this is not Middle West. This is Old Elk stuff. Middle West acquired him, but this is Old Elk distillate. These are the mash bills that he's been working with for years. Yep, it's that high barley, man. So it's toasty, it's honey, it's a little bit of citrus, not a lot. Might be a hint of like, is that a little bit of coconut? I think I'm getting a little coconut in there. Interesting. So Yeah, these mash bills are wild. And I had Greg Metz on a while back, and he talked about why he wanted to use the malted barley, such a high malted barley content. He likes smoother whiskeys, and he thought that the high barley content will give you that. And I think I could see that on the palate, but I think it just holds the nose back a little bit. Like, I just wish it had a little bit more sweetness on it. Like, I don't mind the barley, but I feel like it needs a little bit more of that candy sweetness that people love in bourbon. I just don't feel like you're getting it from the nose. Let's give it a try. All right, the palate is sweeter, but the barley is strong. It is malty. I'm trying to figure out like what to equate this to. If I could give you guys a baseline, um, man. So Chattanooga has a Tennessee high malt, but their high malt is chocolatey. This is not chocolatey. This is more like a high malt. Man, I'm not. I'm trying to think like what I could even equate this to. Now, while I run JG, I see what you're doing there, but no, because that is like peaches and cream. That's not what this is. Yeah, I was thinking Chattanooga National Mac, but Chattanooga's malt is chocolatey, and this is not chocolate. I was hoping to get a little chocolate in there. It's kind of weird because for a 10-year, it comes off a little bit young. It's definitely the younger side of 10, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, beer bready. That's a great way to explain it. Yeah, maybe like a triple mash a little bit. I'm not really getting any rye notes. I'm still getting it's bready, it's honey, it's a little bit of citrus. It's also a little black pepper, maybe even like a white pepper, which is a little bit more of a savory pepper to me at least. I feel like there is a savoriness on the back end, which you can get from malt. So I feel that coming through to the very back end of it. But I just think overall, like it kind of leaves me wanting more quite a bit. It's giving me like Woodinville vibes a little bit. Is Woodinville high malt or high-ish malt? Somebody give me the mash bill for Woodinville. I can't remember offhand. The Parker's Heritage double double. Yeah, no, that's way better than this. Actually sounds better for me. I'm not a fan of chocolate malt so much. Yeah, so you know what? This might be the best way to describe it. It's it's more of an American single malt type of maltiness, which makes sense given it's such a high malt content. But it doesn't really go by way of chocolate. It doesn't go by way of dark fruit. It just stays in this like pure malty uh like flavor profile where it's bready, it's honey, almost like a shortbread note, like a toasted bread type of a Woodinville's only like 6%. All right, so it's not Woodinville. Yeah, maybe it's just more of American single malty a little bit. I think that's what it is. Um, yeah, I would definitely take Driftless over this. 72 corn, 22%. Oh, 6%. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's not Woodinville. I could feel the caramel and the deeper, richer sweet notes wanting to pull through, but the malt just covers it. It just overtakes it. I'm glad this is only $70 because I don't really think this is going to stand up to a lot of other 10-year bourbons for folks unless you really like barley. If you're a single malt drinker, heavy single malt drinker, you might really enjoy this. I love American single malt, and even Scotch malt. But I still think, even though this gives me some of those good flavors from those American single malts, it lacks sweetness and it lacks a little bit of depth for a 10-year. I just want a little bit more sweetness. If this had a little bit more sweetness to balance out that barley and that breadiness, I think we could be onto something here. I don't know if a high malt like that needs more time to get more sweetness, or will that get too much barrel and too much bread together? Like, it just needs a little bit more sweet. So yeah, not my favorite on that one. Let's go to the wheat whiskey. Now, the Old Elk wheat whiskeys, some of the single barrel wheat whiskeys that were out there on the market for a little while were really good. So I have high hopes for this one. Let's see. Oh, this smells better. Okay. Why is Still Austin so hyped? The Tanager was okay. Um, I think Still Austin gets the attention because Still Austin doesn't give us. Remember, we were used to a certain type of Texas whiskey or Texas bourbon before Still Austin came to the forefront. Now, there were others that were, I guess, less Texasy, for lack of a better term. But like that really harsh oak note that so many distilleries were known for in Texas was almost kind of getting, I don't know, a little too much for a lot of people. But the people that loved it kind of got a cult following. Still Austin came to the forefront and literally was like, look, I think we could do this in a way where we can make some great bourbon and whiskeys and avoid that Texas funk. And I think that's why they get so much attention. At least that's my theory. Still Austin equals overrated. Wow, a lot of people saying Still Austin a little overrated. My take on Still Austin is there are products that I have tried from them that are exceptional, and I have products from them that I've tried that are just okay. I think, but it's like every distillery, guys. There's going to be stuff that's very hit and miss. It just depends. But I do like what they're doing in Texas. I think it's really interesting. Still Austin greatness. Blame Nancy. Yeah, Nancy and the team there, they figured it out, man. I love anything that they do with the finishes. I think Tanager, I could see that seemed to be such a mixed bag of people either loving it or really not liking it. I never really saw anyone that like hated it, but I think people that tried it, I think because it was a lower proof, people wasn't as impressed with it as a lot of other people were. For me, it was very impressive the first go around. I expected more on the second release, and I didn't get that excitement, or that I didn't get like my expectations fulfilled on the second release, because the first release to me was very different and unique, and I just really loved how you use the red, white, and blue corn together to create that unique profile. So the second time around, I'm like, okay, a little bit older. What happens here? And it just kind of tasted the same. So that was a disappointment for me. All right, so the wheat whiskey, definitely sweeter. This comes in with way more bright fruit notes here. I get apple and pear on here, which is really nice. Apple for days. Apple, cinnamon. I love that Madeira cask one. Yeah. 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 That Madeira was a special bottle. That thing was so good. I'd rather have an Old Elk cork versus a horsey cork. GW Gamble. So this is much more fruit forward. The wheat comes through. It has that excuse me, it has that wheatiness. What's up, Bourbon Lover? Let's give it a try. Oh, that's good. That comes over like candy. That is candy sweet. God, it's like apple pie. Apple for days on that. I get apples. Apples and fruit. Maybe a little hint of strawberry. Good amount of oak, balancing it out. It drinks like a weeder. It's not. Some weeders come off a little spicy. This is not spicy. Daniel P says, I've tried many still awesome releases, liked a couple picks and given away several. Shying away from what makes your area unique is always a strange choice to me. Yeah, I could. That's a great point. What's up, Jeff Winbush is here. Yeah, it's pretty nuts what Still Austin can get out of 5-year-old product. Yeah, how do you like them apples? Yeah, apples, strawberries. But more oak though. It's not as I don't want you guys to think this is like the Star Hill Farms wheat whiskey, the first year from 2025. I don't think it's that fruit forward, but I do think there is some nice layers here. I still would probably prefer the Star Hill from last year. I could go grab that. Let's compare. It was 2025, right? Yeah. That Stranahan's Founders from last year is still one of my favorite releases ever. I love that bottle. Love it. I'm so glad I got a backup. Wow. So the Star Hill Farms 2025 right now, I actually don't like it tonight. It's giving me that Maker's Markian, that weird aftertaste, that limestone aftertaste, dude. That's the first time I think I've ever gotten it in the Star Hill Farms. And maybe because it's just all the way down towards the bottom of the bottle, it's turned. Don't dig it. I actually like the Old Elk more than that right now, which is wild to say. God, it's just such a distinct profile that Maker's Mark has sometimes. My gosh. It's good. It's solid for a wheat whiskey. $70, nothing wrong with it. It's not a game changer. It's not a home run hitter, but it's a nice wheat whiskey for a 10-year for sure. Bring out the Cellar Age 2023. I'm saving my Stranahan backup for the holidays. That's a great holiday one. Versus Bernheim. Yeah, I could do the Bernheim real quick. I have to get rid of this shit. This is not great. It's gonna pour. Well, I'm not ruining my Sam Houston. Whatever. I have plenty of glasses. Here's the Bernheim. Let's try it against the Bernheim. Now the Bernheim's also 10 years old. I give the nose to the Old Elk. The Bernheim is just almost too much wheat. Too much wheatiness. No, Patrick, you did not waste your money uh on the Star Hill Farms 2025. It's delicious. I That's the first time I have not liked it, and it's probably only because it's that far down the bottle. I mean, it's almost empty. This is going to be done probably here very soon. Um, Yay, one less bottle out of the whiskey room. I got a little bit more room. um, but like, yeah, the for the most part, that bottle was worth every penny. I love that Star Hill Farms wheat whiskey. It was so good. So if you got one, you guys will. It's really good. Just be prepared that it does change quite a bit each time you go back to it. At least for me, it did. The Bernheim is okay. I think it's a tad bit darker. I think it gives you more oak, more caramel. Some of the darker flavors we're kind of used to with. I don't know. I think the Old Elk may have it. I mean, they're dead close. They're close. They're very close. I think the Bernheim might have a little bit of a better finish. But I think that finish is also a little bit more heat than it is flavor. The Old Elk, I think, comes in with a little bit more of a fruit sweetness, which I think gives it a little bit more of an edge. I think in this matchup, I would actually give it to the Old Elk in this instance. The Old Elk wheat whiskey is pretty damn good. Okay, the Woodford wheat is actually pretty nice. That thing is just apples and pears, and again, that might be a lot closer to the Old Elk than even the Bernheim. So, all right, now we have the wheated bourbon, 10 years. Oh, Nelly. Okay. No, Todd, this was still Old Elk stuff. This is all probably stuff that Old Elk had, hit a certain age, and I mean, it can't be produced at Middle West. I mean, well, that's not true. Middle West does have a wheat whiskey, and they have a wheated bourbon. So yeah, that's not out of the realm. But this does not taste like Middle West distillate. This tastes like Old Elk with that high barley. Does anyone use those gases to preserve your whiskey when their fill level is really low? If so, what do you think of them? I tried it a few times. I don't know if I used it long enough to give you like a distinct like review of what gassing whiskey does. I know a couple guys that swear by it, but they use it more so for Scotch than they do for bourbon. But I think, listen, for me, the tried and true thing is to save some smaller bottles, save your 375s, and when your bottle starts getting low, just transfer them over to smaller bottles, so you don't have so much air in the bottle. That to me preserves the whiskey great. So smaller bottles forever. All right, 10-year wheated bourbon from Old Elk. Very soft on the nose. Almost getting like a Laffy Taffy, like sugary sweetness on this. Thanks, Lily. Yes, Old Elk Middle West is still MGP stuff. Middle West doesn't have these mash bills, these super high barley mash bills. I mean, they do now. Technically, they own them. But all right, let's give this one a try. That is a quintessential wheated bourbon profile. A little sweet, a little fruit forward, very easy to sip. I believe this wasn't this technically the highest proof? Go back to the thing here. Straight bourbon's 105. Oh no, this was one of the two higher proofs. This is 105 proof. Has some great sweetness on the mid palate. Just tons of vanilla, like pure vanilla extract, caramel. That might be my favorite of the three. That comes off like that is, if you like wheated bourbon and you like the experience drinking wheated bourbons, I think that Old Elk Wheater is going to be the choice. The wheat whiskey is good, but I think this wheated bourbon is the most rounded. Yeah, this is the first time I've actually gotten a little bit of like a dark fruit kick on the back end. It's not cherry. It kind of goes towards, there's almost like this, there's like a slight molasses note. Like I feel like it wants to get into molasses, but being only 10 years, it's not quite there yet. But there's this dark sweetness to it, brown sugar. Some of those like really good bourbon flavors that I think we all know and love are in the wheated bourbon. This comes off like a little bit more closer to a Weller antique. This might be this might be one of the best alternatives to a Weller antique right now. We need an Evernorth review. Yeah, I mean, I just need to get new bottles from Evernorth. By the time they release and I realize what's happening, they sell out. Dude just jumped on really late, says Tim Uncut Hensley, but that Rush shirt is badass. Yeah, I just got this. This is from their new tour. I am all ready. This is what I'm wearing in September to the show up in Cleveland. I cannot wait to get up to Cleveland to see them, especially since I just saw clips of them performing at Madison Square Garden, my hometown, my original hometown in New York. So, I'm so ready to see them live. Is it better than the Old Elk Double Wheat? I think it is. That's good shit. Easily my favorite of this lineup is the wheated bourbon. For $70 at 10 years old, I'd get that all day long. If you like wheated bourbon. For sure. I think that's the way to go from this lineup. The bourbon just doesn't do it for me, man. The bourbon is just going back to the bourbon now. Right? God, it's so bready. Just so bready. God, it smells like freaking sourdough yeast. Sourdough starter. Yeah. Annika did pass the test when it comes to drumming. She's doing an absolutely unbelievable job. Yep. Wheated bourbon for the win. If you're interested in trying any of these Old Elks, I think it's reverse order for me. The wheated bourbon is my favorite. The wheat whiskey, close second. The wheated bourbon's got some work to do, man. It's just too much barley. It's too much barley for the average bourbon drinker and what they like and what we like, especially when it comes to that sweetness. That Old Elk just doesn't do it. It's missing too many sweet layers. It needs something else. Something that high barley. I don't know if you keep it in the barrel longer. Does it get better at 12 years or does it get more bread heavy? I don't know what that looks like, but I just think that high barley content holds it back a little bit for what most drinkers want from a bourbon. I'm just, as I always keep it real with you guys. Thank you to Middle West and Old Elk for sending these over to me. I appreciate it. But I think there's some work to do on the bourbon. The wheat whiskey, I think, is good. That could be really even better with some more age. But this wheated bourbon, I think you got something here with that. I think a lot of people are going to end up liking that. Thoughts on Blade & Bow 12? I did get a sample of that, Jeffrey Miller. I tried it real quick. I think it's good. It's a good, solid 12-year bourbon. I don't think there's anything, I don't know, I could take it or leave it. Again, it's one of like those, Blade & Bow to me has never been, well, besides that 30-year, that crazy one, but Blade & Bow to me, it's kind of, I kind of expected, I got what I expected out of it. You'll see a review from it for me, a full review, but I don't know. I just think it's like, I would put Blade & Bow 12-year slightly above like solid. Like you have a solid bourbon, then you have Blade & Bow 12-year, which I think is a little bit above, maybe like a step or two above just a good solid bourbon. So it's pretty good. No, Bullet 20-year rye review coming. I have not found one yet. And I'm still waiting for prices to come down. The cheapest I've seen was $1,600 for Bullet 20. I just don't. Listen, guys, it's been an expensive month. I bought the anthology for like $850. I bought the 1792 for a little over $600. I mean, it's been an expensive month with all these friggin' high age whiskeys, dude. Listen, I try to buy these so you guys don't have to if you don't want to, but shit, it's expensive with all these high age whiskeys coming out. But that Bullet 20-year, I want it so bad, But whenever I see the price over $1,500, it's really hard for me to pull the trigger. It should be that Blade number 12 is so finished, but they hardly advertise it. Yeah, that's actually a good point, Stashes and Snacks. Nice to see you, man. So against 12 KC. Cushman, not sure what you're saying there. Yeah, I know Cam got one, but Cam, I mean, yeah, he spends a lot all the time to get some bottles. I try to be a little bit more strategic. I have certain guys that I like to buy from. I'm a little bit more particular. But I think eventually I will pull the trigger and get it. I'm just hoping the price comes down a little bit. I just want something a little bit more of a reasonable price. I mean, it's a 200 and what is it? What is that bottle retail? Was it $500 retail? Or is it 250, 300? I'm waiting to see if Ohio gets any. If Ohio ends up not getting any below 20s, I'll probably end up getting one off of somebody I know. But Cam got two? Jesus Christ. Ay, ay, ay. It's 300 retail, Cam? Dude, you got two of them? Fuck. Cam, you are just... I bought early because I was scared they'd shoot up. Yeah, but Cam, weren't they like $2,000 early? Did you pay $2,000 for yours? And then they doubled. You only paid $800 for yours? Oh, dude, I totally would have got one for $800. Son of a bitch. Okay, so in that case, Cam, I do not blame you for getting it. If I saw it for $800, I would have jumped on it. That's wild. That's wild. Because they were at 2,000, then they went to 1.6, and then, dude, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I got lucky one time ever buying early. Dude, man, that's crazy. You must have been on it, dude. I got mine for $2.99 here in Florida. What the fuck? Where are these bottles? I mean, I'm in my max on that bottle would probably be 900 to 1,000, honestly. But at 1.6, 1.8, that's just it's nuts. No way. No fucking way. Crazy. Cam is always ahead of a curve. The only thing I like to give Cam shit for is that and Cam knows this. I gave him shit when he overpaid for all those freaking Cam way overpaid for all the B tax last year. Oh my god, you got killed on that, Cam. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. The amount he paid for that. Cam, rest in peace. Oh, Cam, when you told me what you all those the E.H. Taylor, which was such a just a decent high age bourbon for the money people were asking for that is insane. But I get it, dude. There's still that part of me that just always wants to get things quick. And yeah. But yeah, like Cam was really lucky enough to get it before the prices shot up. So yeah, he did share. So that's good. Cam, if there's anything I could do to borrow a bottle just to do a review so I don't have to pay out the ass to get one, please let me know. Hope that baby's doing well, Cam. Yeah, hope the baby's doing well, Cam. F that E.H. Taylor says drum the trip. Yeah. That's funny. I tried that E.H. Taylor. I was like, what did you pay for this? I was like, son of a bitch. He's like, don't ask. Yeah, honestly, I think, guys like Cam, myself, or anybody else that's willing to pay the high prices to get these bottles in case you guys can't or don't have to, then I appreciate that, and I know a lot of you guys do. So yeah, I mean sometimes we have to, and unfortunately we're in this time of bourbon where premiumization is becoming such a big thing to these. Like, look at freaking Four Roses with that anthology. Nobody ever thought they would come out with a $500 bourbon. They've never come out with anything that close to that price. So it's interesting to see the comments on the review I posted today of the anthology. What do you think about the cured oak and its secondary? The cured oak secondary is a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. I feel like I've done enough ranting about that shit. Should I? I mean, you guys want me to rant on cured oak a little bit more? It's a bullshit. I'll say this: cured oak at the time in 2015 when it first came out, yeah, it was probably kind of a cool thing, a novel idea. We're going to season our wood for 13 months instead of the usual 8 to 10 months that we do, right? But they also used much older whiskey than we got today. So I feel like E.H. Taylor or Buffalo Trace, I don't know. I feel like they kind of, I don't know. Is it like are they laughing at us basically? So here's the thing: cured oak is all about the barrel and the wood. 13-month seasoning. 13-month seasoning is not even a lot. Michter's seasons at a minimum of 18 months, 18 to 24 months, which means cured oak at 13 months seasoning to do whatever the fuck it does to a E.H. Taylor means nothing. It means nothing. It's all marketing. It's just marketing, guys. It's bullshit. And the fact that they bring it back and give us 10-year whiskey instead of much older whiskey, I even thought was a bigger middle finger to all of us. I mean, dude, I don't know. It's one of those things where I wish. That's why when I did the review, I said missed opportunity. I think it was a missed opportunity for Buffalo Trace to do something really cool with that whiskey, and they just rolled out a 10-year, threw cured oak on it, 13-month seasoning. Who gives a shit? Maybe in 2015, it was a novel idea, but in 2026, you're behind the curve. You're way behind the curve compared to Michter's and Bardstown Bourbon Company and Peerless and all these other distillers that are seasoning for 18 months and more. So cured oak to me is, and the fact that guys are selling it for 400 something bucks and guys are buying it, I understand. I think it's more of a collector's mentality thing. It's one of those collect the rainbow type deals. I got to have cured oak. I got to have 4 grain on my shelf, to complete my vertical. I think that's mostly what it is. But in terms of whiskey and what you're actually getting in the bottle, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Is that enough? Go compare this year's 4 grain to what? I like 4 grain better than cured oak for sure. Yes, bespoke staves. Get all the bespoke out. At MSRP, fine. It's cool. But that's the other part of the argument. Like Buffalo Trace is like, well, you could get it for $70 if you get it MSRP, and then you're like, oh, I love Buffalo Trace. Everything's so cheap, but not everybody has that luxury. So. 4 grain. Yeah, I actually dug the 4 grain. 4 grain I kind of liked. Buffalo Trace brought back retro jerseys for some money. So you advised me to trade the cured oak for something else. Like what? I don't care about the vertical. I don't know. What else can you get for $400 these days? You could probably trade it for a freaking old rip 10-year. I mean, that's the market. Old rip 10 years going for $450, $425. That's what cured oak is going for. Same age whiskey. I'd rather have old rip than cured oak. That's for sure. Or shit, put it towards like an actually good George T. Stagg, not the George T. Stagg from last year, but throw it towards a good George T. Stagg and throw in some cash. Or an Archives from Wild Turkey. There's plenty of good options you could use to sell that thing. Yeah, old rip isn't really great these days either. I get it. Gold foil. Yeah, put a gold foil. Yeah, it's a money grab. But Buffalo Trace knows they can get everybody with nostalgia. Doesn't matter what's in the bottle. Like, I equated the biggest middle finger that Buffalo Trace ever did that people had no idea was the Colonel E.H. Taylor Warehouse C. And I don't give a fuck because no matter how many times I ask, Buffalo Trace is not sending me samples. So I don't care anymore. But remember the Warehouse C, the turquoise text on top of the tube? Everyone said, oh, the turquoise label, it's fucking looks so nice. Colonel E.H. Taylor is already matured in Warehouse C. So Buffalo Trace is like, hey, guess what? Let's just put on the bottle where we age it and let's see what happens. Bottle was going for fucking hundreds and hundreds, and if not over $1,000. It was a joke. It was, at least with the 18-year marriage, the amaranth, the grain of the gods, they did something different. Warehouse C, it's like, we're just going to fucking blend some single barrels together. We're going to throw it in a fucking bottle, put Warehouse C in blue on it, and watch what happens. And boom, everybody went apeshit for that bottle. And it's probably one of the worst Colonel E.H. Taylor special releases we've ever seen. It was fucking trash. Just saying. That's like just fucking pissing on us without the courtesy of calling it rain. My God. What were they doing? Eagle Rare 17 is the only bottle worth a secondary hunt, in my opinion. I think it depends on the year, dude. Eagle Rare 17. Sometimes they're too oaky. Sometimes they're just right. But when you hit on one, it can be really good. Just saw a Warehouse C go for $1,800. Jesus Christmas. But you know why? You know why that person bought it, dude? You know why that person bought it? Because it has turquoise letters on it. That's why. Whoever bought that shit for $1,800 isn't drinking it. They just want it on their shelf so they could have all the colors of the rainbow. That's what it's about, dude. And unfortunately, that's a part of bourbon that we're into. I mean, collectors now more than ever are probably loving this because collectors are now getting bottles for cheaper because the market has cooled quite a bit. But at the same time, I feel like that nostalgia is also being used against us in some sort of way that it's like, we're going to give you this bottle again for the second time ever, but we're going to lower the age statement by a lot. And we're going to, we're going to act like cured oak is actually a novel thing when it's bullshit. Okay, should I stop now? I think that's a lot of rants today. I've already done like 2 rants, right? 2 big rants? 2 big rants. God, it's already 10:14. Where's the time going? All right, let's try these 4 Rosies. OBSK. That should be my favorite. OESF. OESQ. Okay, so these are the new 3 Four Roses recipes that just released. Which one? So on paper, OBSK should be my favorite. I thought on paper OESK from the last 3 that were released were going to be my favorite, but it ended up being OESO was my favorite. So let's see what we got tonight. No, this is this year's releases. Last year's releases were OESK, OBSF, and OESO. This year's releases is OESQ, OESF, and OBSK. So let's go. Nothing new with Uncle Nearest Reesmash. Just that everything is fraudulent with Uncle Nearest. I still want to know if they actually do have a buyer because it was said that they have a buyer, but it wasn't made public who the buyer was. But after I taste these through, we'll go through the news. Then we'll crack open this 1792. We'll do some comparisons, and then we have 2 big giveaways tonight. So we'll get into that too. But I do need somebody in the chat to help me track. So if there's anybody that's willing to help me track names, please let me know in the chat, whether it's Marty, Top Jimmy, Richie, any of you guys, if you're available to track names for the giveaway tonight. I would love some help. So Just waiting for Fawn Weaver to be indicted for tax evasion. It could happen. Do you think the Uncle Nearest brand can be saved, or do you think that has been tainted too much, or is that only with whiskey enthusiasts? It's a great question. I think I stated a couple weeks ago when we found out that Fawn Weaver has been let go of her job. I think the biggest loss here, it seems that everybody involved was kind of shitty. There's a lot of fraud happening. There was a lot of misinterpretation of worth, of funds, of barrels, of inventory, bad CFO, bad management of money, bad investments. It just seemed like a shit show. But I think the biggest loss here is the Uncle Nearest name and the story behind it. It's such a precious thing. We didn't know who Uncle Nearest was, 25 years ago. And now we have this great story together with Jack Daniels, just the Tennessee connection, bringing back this story was not only something that was very special to whiskey enthusiasts, but whiskey enthusiasts, particularly in Tennessee, Jack Daniels, the whole history behind it. I mean, it's just such a cool story. But then this just puts a dark cloud over it. So now if you do a Jack Daniels tour where they do talk about Uncle Nearest and Jack Daniel, it's like if people don't know the story and what's going on with Uncle Nearest, maybe you'll be fine. But if you're one of you guys or me, the whiskey enthusiasts, the whiskey nerds, and you're like, oh, Uncle Nearest, yeah, it's a shame what happened to them. You're not focusing on the story anymore. You're not focusing on who Uncle Nearest was and what he did to help create an iconic whiskey brand. But you're focusing on all the bullshit that happened with the brand and all the fraudulent, misappropriation of funds, whatever you want to call it. It just sucks. It really does suck. It's a great story, and unfortunately now Fawn Weaver and company were supposed to carry that legacy on and make it something special, and they've done completely the reverse, and they've completely tainted it. Whether you feel like it's Fawn's fault or the CFO's fault, it doesn't matter. Everybody involved is now part of the complete defamation of Uncle Nearest and what that name means. It sucks. That's what I'm most, disappointed in, unfortunately. And I don't think it'll ever return. I don't think it'll ever return to what it was, unfortunately. I think the barrels will be bought up by somebody. They'll be used in probably some future releases from NDPs we're not going to know about. But other than that, I don't see how you bring back the Uncle Nearest name unless Jack Daniels does it. If Jack Daniels does it or Brown-Forman, but given Brown-Forman's financial position right now, trying to sell the company, I don't think that's an investment they're willing to make. It's a tricky investment because now you have kind of bad juju over there with Uncle Nearest. Do you really want to bring that under your umbrella right now? Probably not. But Jack Daniels is the only one that could survive bringing Uncle Nearest under its wing to help it, fly again, whatever you want to call it. But it's going to be a tough go. So that was kind of a rant, but not really. It wasn't an angry rant. It was more of a disappointing rant. I was kind of disappointed in the whole thing. Jack is the only one that could. Yep, that's what I said. Jack's the only one that could save it. Okay. OESQ. Love this nose. It's great. Raspberry for days. Raspberry cinnamon. It's like raspberry cinnamon streusel cake. Like a good coffee. I could go for a slice of coffee cake right now. Hey, what's up, Volt? That's an awesome shirt. Yes, the Rush shirt. We're here. I hear you, man. Jack Daniels, Uncle Nearest, commemorative. Yeah, like do those barrels get saved, or will here's the weird shit. An NDP could end up buying those barrels and just throw them in a release, and we won't unless it's disclosed. We'll never know that we're drinking Uncle Nearest stuff. We won't know if the NDP decides to keep it under wraps. Which, if they're smart, they will. Because the minute you say these are Uncle Nearest barrels, you're gonna be like, "Ooh, I don't know about that." Well, that's a great start. This is fruit forward. It's rich. It's actually pretty dense for only being, again, these are only 100 proof, right? 100 proof. Where's the proof point on here? God, so much berries in that, and vanilla. Just like a vanilla berry bomb. Yep. Yeah, me too. Coffee cake. Yeah, who wants coffee cake right now? Can they bring me a coffee cake? That'd be great. OESF. The F yeast strain just seems to not always be everyone's favorite, but let's see how we do here. Well, considering they barely distill their own juice, it's probably ass. Who did they source from? Says Big Cat. I did hear Tennessee Distilling Company was one of their sources. I'm not sure who else though. Maybe there's some MGP mixed in there. I mean, why wouldn't there be? Way more herbal here on the OESF. I mean, with for good reason. I do think there's some herbal qualities there. Yeah. I mean, herbal, minty, vanilla. That's pretty much what it is. A little bit of oak. But if you like rye forward whiskeys, then yeah. I'll take a slice. I'll take a slice of that shit. There's nothing better than the Entenmann's. The Entenmann's, about to make everybody hungry right now. The Entenmann's strawberry Danish or the Entenmann's raspberry Danish. Oh my, the long box. When you see the long box in the store, oh my god, Entenmann's. Entenmann. Can Entenmann sponsor the Mash and Drum? I got to get on the phone with Entenmann's. I got to get some more cookies, dude. Oh, the blueberry one. Keith Stepanski, the blueberry Danish, you don't see very often. At least here, I don't see. In New York, I saw the blueberry Danish. It's like a unicorn here. When you see slice, instantly thought pizza. Could someone put a marketing twist on the barrel straight from the news? Questionable ownership. I mean, Hooper, that's a good idea, especially if you get a single barrel. Oh, holy crap. Guys, we just got into OBSK, and this thing is fire on the nose. Ooh. So you talk about rye spice, but it's a different rye spice versus the F. This is minty. This is spicy. Again, a little bit of that raspberry coming through, but it's like raspberry and chocolate. Raspberry, chocolate, oak, vanilla. That's basically what this is. OESO is my favorite. Tastes like strawberry and cream. OBSK is great too. The OESO is, dude, spot on. Strawberries and cream, spot on. This is more raspberries and cream. Oh, yeah. There's a reason why I've always loved OBSK. That high spice content, the balance of spice, sweet, raspberry, tart, all there, dude. Oh, I love it. It's so good. For my palate, I actually think the OESQ might be more universally loved, but for my palate, dude, it's all about this OBSK. I just love that sweet and spice. Yeah, going back to the Q is definitely softer. Definitely fruit forward. Still get that raspberry Danish, raspberry vanilla, berries all day long. I think if you love OESO, you're going to want to get the Q. But if you like that spice, if you like the rye forward sips, the OBSK all the way. And here's the thing, the OBSK has some like blue raspberry in it. It's so good. Yes. OBSK for the win. There it is. I haven't even put on the bottle cam tonight. It's the bottle cam. There it is, guys. 4 Roses, single barrel. OBSK. That's the winner for me tonight, guys, right there. But you have to like spice. You got to like some sweet and spice. If you just want sweet and berries, go with the Q. So there you go. All right. It's time to do the news. It's time to do the memes of the week. Then it's time to crack open some 15-year 1792 shit. Here we go. All right, guys. I'm going to bring back the Sam Houston because it's so damn good. OBSO is killer, but I'm a fan of the OBSFs. All right, so if you like that OBSF, then I would definitely lean you more towards the K because it has that rye spice to it. Yep. Yeah, there goes the diet. Yeah, I'm trying to run and stuff more than I can. I lost more weight when I was at the conference for a week because I did so much. I averaged about 15,000 steps a day. So between that and just like not eating great, I think I lost some weight too. So Jason, you try the 1792 rye. I like it. Just picked it up. Haven't tried it yet. Doubling the cost, you get the barrel proof of all of those. Worth it. Ken Davis, I always feel like if you're going to buy the private selects at barrel proof, just buy the recipes you like. I mean, those are always going to be for whiskey enthusiasts. Those are always going to be the better buys because they're higher proof. There's more viscosity. They're probably older than what we're getting in that bottle. And it's just, it's going to scratch that Four Roses itch that you may have. So like if I see an OESO, an OESK or OBSK, one of those 3 recipes, sometimes an OESV too, I'll buy those immediately because those are my favorite recipes. Four Roses is too complicated to me. Oh, Patrick, I could see that, but if you find a recipe you love, then it doesn't really get that complicated. You just focus in on those recipes you like, and that's what you get. Yeah, it's all about finding your recipe. All right, guys. We already talked about the launch of the Old Elks. Let's talk about. I know a lot of you guys are big fans of this Old Overholt, this rye. So they're releasing an 11-year cask strength rye whiskey for 2026. So they're bringing this back. 125.6 proof, guys. 11-year Old Overholt, and it is coming in at a price of $109.99 for a 750 milliliter bottle. So if you guys are fans of that, it's coming back, which is pretty cool. So yeah, get ready for that. Also, speaking of Still Austin, it looks like Still Austin is making a big play to open a massive whiskey, cocktail, and live music destination. So Still Austin is expanding beyond the distillery with the launch of a sprawling new hospitality destination that aims to become a national attraction for whiskey lovers, live music fans, and cocktail enthusiasts. The Texas distillery announced Tuesday that the Still Austin Quarter will open in September as a 15,000 square foot venue adjacent to its existing distillery in South Austin. Designed around the musician, the illustrated figure featured on Still Austin's flagship straight bourbon whiskey label, the project represents the first major phase of the brand's long-awaited campus expansion. So it's coming. This place, if you go online, look at the drawings, it looks really amazing. So looking forward to seeing that in person. So who knows? There could be some really cool concerts, live music there if you're into that. Should be pretty cool. Also this week, we heard from Old Forester. Old Forester doing some things in the whiskey news by debuting their first bourbon made entirely at its Louisville distillery. Old Forester has a new milestone release, and it's the ones about geography as much as it is about the barrel. The brand today announced Triple Char, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, the newest entry in 117 series, and the first Old Forester expression made completely from whiskey distilled at Old Forester on Louisville's Main Street. This release effectively marks the moment that stock has matured enough to stand entirely on its own. Triple Char is an exciting new chapter for Old Forester, said Master Distiller Caleb Trigo, said in a news release. Not only is it the first expression made entirely from whiskey distilled at Main Street Distillery, but the extended barrel char allows us to showcase the spirit in a completely new way. 115 proof, $64.99 per 375 milliliter bottle. I think some of these hit the market already. They got released. So I don't know if any of you guys in the chat were able to get one of those, but I'm actually on the hunt to try one of those. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, there she is, Beyonce. Speaking of Beyonce, did we speak of Beyonce? I don't think we did. But Beyonce becomes sole owner of Sir Davis American Whiskey after acquiring shares from Moet Hennessy. So French luxury giant Moet Hennessy has reportedly sold its share in Sir Davis American Whiskey to Beyonce Carter Knowles, with whom it founded the spirits brand in 2024. That's the fastest turnaround I've ever seen. That's crazy. She's like, yeah, I want that. I'm going to own that shit. Yeah, it's hard to say what's going to happen with that brand, but there you go. Now Beyonce owns a whiskey brand. Interesting. Let's talk about Bulleit a little bit. So Bulleit is launching a $30 bourbon rye blend. So Bulleit has launched a Bull-Rye blend as its first new core release in 15 years. So Bulleit Frontier Whiskey announced on Thursday last week that it's expanding its core lineup for the first time in 15 years with the launch of Bulleit 87, a blend of bourbon and rye whiskey. The new release marks the brand's first core edition since Bulleit 95 Rye debuted in 2011. Excuse me. 87 is not an age statement, obviously, but a tribute to the company's origins. Bulleit 87 combines bourbon and rye that are each aged for at least 4 years and then finished with toasted American and French oak staves for 4 to 6 weeks. After the aging and finishing is complete, they are blended and bottled at Bulleit's Distillery in Shelbyville, Kentucky. So Bulleit coming out with a new core lineup release. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's go to some new labels that I found that was pretty interesting on the TTB. One, Bardstown. Looks like they're doing another distillery reserve. This is going to be a 375 milliliter. It's called the Oak Encore. Straight bourbon whiskey, double barrels in American oak for up to 7 years. I'm just looking at the label here, guys. 115.2 proof. I'm kind of eager to try this. This sounds really good, actually. American oak for up to 7 years. So it was double oaked for 7 years? That's what I'm kind of wondering what's going on with this, but that sounds like it could be really good. Sagamore also released a couple new things. We have the White Muscatel cask finish from Sagamore, and we also have the Cognac cask finish, which is coming back from Sagamore. Love a good Cognac finish rye. Can't wait for that one. Wilderness Trail looks like they have updated their labels. Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey Private Batch Selection. Looks like these are going to be the single barrel labels. I hadn't seen these labels yet. Not sure if you guys had, but these look pretty cool. Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. Yeah, kind of digging that look. It looks pretty nice. Booker. We have the next Booker's Reserve, guys. The next Booker's Reserve is going to be, there it is, the spring 2027, 10 years, 7 days old. So now we're getting that older Booker's Reserve, the older Booker's Reserve, I guess, distillate that we all thought Booker's Reserve was going to be. I still haven't seen the release of the apple flavored one or whatever the hell we're getting this year. Or was it cinnamon flavored? I can't remember what it was. But yeah, this was more along the lines of what I just don't know why they just don't make this regular Booker's. It just kind of drives me crazy. It is what it is. And lastly, did we talk about this yet? Looks like Jack Daniel's has another special release coming out, and it looks like it's going to be called the Sweet Mash High Proof, 125 proof. I'm not sure if that's actually going to be the proof. This is probably just for position only. But the Sweet Mash High Proof looks like will be their next special release. Again, guys, sweet mash is just the technique that distillers use when they want to make whiskey. Instead of using some of the back set from the previous batch of the mash to jumpstart the fermentation, they clean out everything and they start fresh. That's what sweet mash is. They start fresh with the whatchamacallit, the fermentation, instead of using back set to try to jumpstart it. So that's basically what sweet mash is. So there you go. Let's go to the bourbon meme of the week. We have two of them, guys, because I missed a week. So I got two of them for you. So this one came out, and if you guys have seen the movie The Odyssey, this came out, I guess, because The Odyssey has been trending as far as a good movie. So it's Matt Damon screaming, "Bourbon drinkers watching a customer choose a Blanton's Gold as his wall choice." So speaking of Blanton's, I got to tell you, there's been plenty of times here in Ohio when I see so much good whiskey on the specialty shelf and guys are just fucking picking up Blanton's instead. And I'm like, no, what are you doing? I like, this is me as Matt Damon in that moment. It's crazy. And then this one kind of went all over the place. Salary needed to live comfortably in the United States. Single adult, $89,575. The national average, $93,933. If you're a adult, if you have two working adults and two children, you need to be making almost 200 grand. But if you're a whiskey collector, 420. I love the amount here. $421,716. It's such an exact amount. Oh my God, I love this. So great bourbon memes of the week this week here on the Master and Drum. So that's a lot of fun. Hey, like Bland's, it's sitting everywhere here now, literally. Truth. Yep. Those are the latest number, guys. If you're a whiskey collector, you need to be making at least 421 grand a year. Makes a lot of sense. All right, I'm going to keep this handy. Let's get into first of all, the 1792 15 year. It's kind of pretty. And look at that bottle. Such a interesting shape to this. Yep. Wings and Whiskey comes in with the super chat. You got to try the 1792 15 against other older Barton stuff. Kaiman 15, 8 Buckers, and maybe that NBC 24 behind you. Oh, definitely. We're gonna do all the comparisons here. We may run a little late tonight because I missed a week, but we're gonna get into it. Jason, making money is good. Yeah, it is making money is good. You could do things with that shape. All right, take it easy, Crown Tug. Take it easy. Okay. Before we get into that, guys, if you tuned in 2 weeks ago, I did an epic flight of, let me go back here. It was Wild Turkey Anthology, Heaven Hill 22 year. What else did I put in there? Knob Creek 21 year. The Anthology from Four Roses, the 21 year. I think I did Fault Line as well. Whatever it was. I have 2 sample packs that I'm building that I'm going to give away tonight of all of those high-age whiskeys. So you guys will get, and you know what? I'm going to add the 1792 15 year in it tonight. So I'm going to give away that entire flight. It's going to be 5, 6, 7 high-age freaking bangers for you guys to try. I'm giving away 2 sets. So we'll do 2 sets of those sample packs. So here's what we're going to do. First, I just need someone to track super chats here. Is there anybody that's willing to do it? If somebody said that they'll do it in the chat, I missed it. Is anybody gonna track them for me? I'll throw in the pineapple whiskey just for a little dessert for you guys. Richie, you are not able. Anybody else able to track some super chats for me? These are going to require super chats. It's a lot of expensive whiskey, but I'm sending out. I just got all the vials yesterday, so I'm ready to send these out. Whiskey Nose says, "Oh, whiskey." So you'll track them. Marty. Marty is. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Marty. All right, guys. So this is what you're going to do. I need a super chat of $5 or more to get this, to get these going. Every $5 you pledge, you get another entry. So $5 is one entry, $10 is two entries, and so on and so forth. So we already have Jeff Gamble at $10. If it's $9.99, give $10. He gets two entries. There were a couple of early on super chats. I don't know if you saw those, but I think one was $25. One was another $10. They may have to go back and look at those, Marty. But get those in as well. And yeah, good luck to you guys. So we're going to give away 2 sets of those samples tonight. So as I'm getting ready to get this poured, you guys could start with your super chats for a chance to win. Marty's tracking. Thank you so much, Marty. And let's go. Good luck to all of you watching to win these 2 sample packs. It's going to be some epic whiskey in a pure on sample pack. So there you go. I want a full bottle sample pack of drum key bottles. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, here we go. Holy shit. Top Jimmy is serious. $50 in it to win it. Tim Uncut. Holy bourbon chat, Batman. Okay. Show me the old whiskey. Corvette Trey. Cheers. Yeah, I don't do super chats a lot, guys, or ask for super chats. You guys know this about me. I don't like to ask for money, and you guys can just support me as you normally do. But for this type of flight, I'm asking for super chats. It's a lot of very expensive whiskey, but I'm happy to share it with you guys. I'm also going to throw in the Fault Line 19 in the blind tasting, or in the samples, I should say. You guys are gonna get some fucking epic whiskey in these 2. So 2 sets of this is going out. So good luck to all of you. With a different app, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I would have to probably do that. So all right, guys. All right. So Whiskey Nose is he's tracking. It's a crazy giveaway. I mean, the whiskeys in here are gonna be nuts. All right, so this is a sample that somebody sent me, the 1792 15 year. I don't have to crack my bottle yet, but I will crack it for the sample giveaway. Yes, this is just so I could buy the bullet, guys. This is my bullet fund. So cool. Let's see here. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:44. We got plenty of time. All right, guys. Let me actually want to kind of get this box open here. So it comes with a lid, just pops right open, and then you just pull the bottle right out of here, it seems. There you go. So we already had some great suggestions to I guess compare this. So we're gonna get it all in on it. Let's go, baby. Good luck, everybody. Old ass whiskey. You guys, I will throw the pineapple in there. I'll do it. I will put that as a dessert whiskey. I'll throw in the pineapple. You guys can try it if you want to go crazy. I'll give you guys a little bit of Jeff Perkins is sipping on the Fault Line 10 right now. Cool. Is that a 1 liter? Yes, this is a 1 liter. This is a big boy. Big boy bottle. Remember, this is travel retail only, at least right now. I don't know if they're gonna, pump this out as for a global release, but it's not an upside down pineapple. Don't worry about it. Oh man, that actually smells really. I mean, it smells like Old Barton. That's for sure. Cherry cobbler for days. Making the samples blind if that pineapple is in there. I'm not going to do blind. I'm going to label them for you guys. I promise. I'm not going to just have you do them blind and drink the pineapple whiskey. If I win, you could keep the fucking pineapple. No, Top Jimmy, it's part of the deal. I'm sending it. You're getting it. Yes, if it's $9.99, it's $10. It's 2 entries. It's fine. Cheers. I'll contribute to the bullet. Love the age sample flight. I like pineapple, even though I didn't get much pineapple. Oh, you didn't, Mark Emenecker. Okay. Yeah, I think it's airport only right now. Jason, you do PayPal? I have PayPal. Yeah. Spin it to win it, says Jason Coates. I hope I win. I was going to use this $20 to buy my blueberry Entenmann's. That's good. I like that. Bid me some AIDS goodies. Raging Irishman. That's 4 entries. Marty, give Raging Irishman one more entry because that comment's fucking awesome. My bourbon buddy, I can taste those samples. Oh, he's ready. My bourbon buddy wants them. Jason, I've had the Bardstown pineapple, very sweet up front, but surprisingly savory on the back of the palate. Interested in what you think. I'm looking forward to trying it. We're going to crack that open here soon. Oh man, any blended getting updates? WD Hair. Yes, I will have a date for you next week. There will be a date announced next week for blended getting the finals. And everyone's probably forgotten about it. It's been kind of hell getting judges, but we're gonna have to push it through anyway. So there you go. Hey Jason, cheers and good morning from Thailand. I'm coming back to the USA via Korea soon. I heard they have that 1792. I can't wait to hunt it. Yeah, Bourbon Historian. I'll tell you right now, man, if you should hunt it or not. We'll see. Wings and Whiskey says go Yankees. That means he actually gets less of an entry for saying that. I hate being hot and dirty, so the beach is not my favorite place. I need this win. This is Block. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Need a great lineup ideas for our 30th anniversary celebration. Okay. Maybe this need a great lineup ideas. Jamie, as far as a bourbon tasting, what are you getting at with that? What do you mean a lineup idea? As far as a bourbon flight or a bourbon tasting? All right, I got you. Jason, so you have a whole chat room full of judges. Yeah, I mean, that's true. 25 from Taste and Sensibility. I'm acquiring a taste for older bourbons. Let's go. There you go. Taste and Sensibility in the house. We already have RDL Boston claiming he won. When does Bardstown Blitz ticks go on sale? Actually hoping for next month. Tim Hensley. Yep. Barbecue Ed coming in with the freaking Hyundai. I'll contribute to Kim's new sneaker fund. The samples should taste good though. Forget Kim's sneaker fund. It's my sneaker fund. Kim's into bags. She's into those high-end bags. She likes those. I would like some drum key. Trucker B Sprizzy, shoot me an email at themashanddrum@gmail.com. I can send you some samples. We have a Wild Turkey Tradition and President's Choice Bourbon and Rye hosting a bottle share after our vow renewal. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, Jeff Perkins, that's what I'm doing. That's what I was waiting on. So you know the deal. Okay, we have a Wild Turkey Edition and President's Choice Bourbon. Man, a lineup. I mean, Jamie, I'm not really sure how much you could get some of these older whiskeys, but even if you don't, I think the fact that you have a Dusty is in there, that's really cool. President's Choice is always good for people to try. Honestly, for me, it's single barrels. Unique single barrels at bottle shares are what makes it. And you know, obviously, if you have some bigger bottles like Stag and Weller and these other bottles that people love to try at bottle shares, if you get a chance to try those are always good. But I always if I'm making a tasting for folks or if I'm building a bottle share, it's got to be full of variety. Different stuff from different places everywhere. You could have your heritage distillers, Heaven Hill, Buffalo Trace, Beam, all those special bottles. But I always like to put in new stuff, whether it be a New Holland, whether it be Driftless Glen, just stuff like that you're a fan of. Because when you're a fan of something and you're introducing it to other people, I think that gives you the really good opportunity to introduce people to other great whiskeys that are out there. So that's how I always think about it. How does Bullet go from $50 for 12 year to $300 for 19 year? Because that's where the market is at, Christian Mojica. I heard my ride symbol was at the barrels for a Hope Prevent, so I heard people enjoyed it, so that's cool. All right. Let's get into this 1792 XV. Here we go. So the nose is fantastic. And the reason why I say it's fantastic is because it's not overly cherry. There's some cherry there, as you normally get with Old Barton. But dude, I'll get Fawn Weaver to judge. It's so fucked up but funny. Yeah, the bottle's cool, man. This bottle's badass. But I feel like this brings you into more just classic old Kentucky bourbon flavors. Good sweet oak, heavy vanilla, a little bit of barrel char. Again, the cherry is there, but it's not like Calumet 18 cherry where it smelled like Robitussin. This is a little bit more refined. Yeah, Tony Cusilaz, that is, dude, that is such a good call. Calumet 14, 15, and 16, you could still find the shelf. Just collecting dust, nobody cares about it. But it's basically this. It's this. But people want to walk on by on that because it's not coming from the source. It's weird. It's weird. Eagle Rare 12 year is a great bourbon to share at a good price. Stag is always a hit at bottle shares. Michter's 10 year is always great at bottle shares, especially the rye. Great bottle share bottle. What else? Anything high age is always good at bottle shares. Yeah, and single barrels. I mean, single barrels just kill it at bottle shares. Proof on this one. That's a great question. Proof on this one is 120. What does that say? 124.2. 124.2. Jason never had Crittenden, asking for a friend. Kenneth Clark, listen. We have emailed Crittenden at least 700 times. They are so slow and so unresponsive. The whole Crittenden thing that's happening with the Master Journey Whiskey Club, it's not on us. It is on them. So Kenneth, if you have a problem with us not getting the Crittendens on time, go over to their place and go ask them where the fuck is the Crittenden, because we can't get it. Do your job, Kenneth. Go get us our damn single barrels because it's been too long. No Blantons, no bottle share for me. You could definitely bring a Blantons. Just make sure it's like a good Blantons, like a straight from the barrel. Come on, Kenneth, do your job. That's right, Darren. Kenneth has got him. What do you mean you got our barrel picks already, or you're on it? Because if you got them already, that's fucked up. Okay. So this does not come off like super old like we got in the anthology and we got in Calumet 18. There's not so much of like an antique, furniture polish, wood note that's in here. It's a little bit less medicinal as well. This is just like really beautifully done, sweet oak, good age, great enhanced classic bourbon flavors. Let's try it. Wow. It's got the Barton spice, man. 18% rye in that mash bill. It's got the spice coming through, and I love it. I love the fact that this isn't so cherry heavy. There's some cherry, but it is not. Man, I need another sip of that. It's actually really good. It kind of toes the line between where like what we got with Anthology, which has this really deep, rich, aged oak note, and maybe what would kind of be like just on the other side of that? Like a Michter's 10 year? No, not a Michter's 10 years. Too low a proof. Um, yeah, there's it just kind of it's right on the it's right in that right in the middle between something that feels like yeah, it's got some age to it and something that it's like it's got some age to it, but it never goes too far where it gets too oak forward, too drying, or too medicinal, especially with Barton. Yeah, I think I have one of those Elkwoods too. Could probably break that out as well. Some of those Elkwood old Bartons are freaking fantastic. I mean, it's good. It's layered. There's some dark fruit there, but I got to tell you, man, I think overall, I'm really impressed with the fact that it doesn't go too far into the medicinal cherry realm, which I like. This stays a little bit more traditional Kentucky straight bourbon at 15 years old, where it's heavy vanillas, a little bit heavy, I would say like cherry vanilla, like a good cherry vanilla combination, but everything is kind of on steroids. Great oak profile, never goes too oaky. It's right where it should be. I think, yeah, for this, as far as a 15-year profile, it's perfect. Is it my favorite? I don't know. I think there's probably stuff I've had better than this. I don't think this is anything anybody should overpay for like I did, but you know, it is what it is. Um, I think that this is okay. Jay, you have to try Foursquare epilogue rum, lots of banana bread stew for. Oh, dude, that sounds good. I'll look for that. Thank you for all of it. Holy shit balls, I'm all caught up. Thank you, Whiskey Nose. I know it was a lot of work. Okay, guys. Let's I'm not gonna do Calumet 18. Calumet 18, I don't want to fucking drink that shit. It's too medicinal. I already know I'm gonna hate it, so I'm not doing it. But this is the 15. Let's give me it. What are we comparing this to? I already have the Sam Houston poured. This is the Sam Houston 15. You want to do Elijah Craig 15? You want to do Calumet 16? We do Calumet 16. Actually, I have Calumet 15. I'll do Calumet 15 right here. Calumet 15. Calumet 15 and 16. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. I'll get that Nashville out, that 24 year. Where is my Calumet 16? Calumet 16. Did I finish my Calumet 16? Let's see here. Got one of the Elkwoods. Where's Elijah Craig? Elijah Craig 15. What else we got? Russell Reserve 15. Dude, that's not even going to be close. That's not going to be close. Fault line. All right. What else? What else we got here? JD 14. Russell's 15 would crush this shit. Do you have any Buckner's 13s? I don't have any Buckner's 13s. You know, here's the thing. I know I had a Lucky 7 16 year, but I can't fucking find it. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell I did with that bottle. It's around here somewhere. I know I didn't get rid of it. It's probably just buried somewhere because I've had it for years. Hardin's Creek 184. Lucky 7. Yeah, Lucky 7 proprietor. I know I have a 16 year somewhere. I'm sorry, I just don't know where it is. But that's why I brought out the Sam Houston 15. I figured that could be a good comp as well. Lucky 7 too, even though they went MIA. A Sam Houston. Yeah, I have a Sam Houston 15 in here. Reverie's Raven. Just joined the Master Drum Patreon Club tonight as fellow drummer and massive bourbon obsession. This feels right at home. Oh, hell yeah, Patrick. Welcome in, dude. I mean, sell me your open Calumet 18. It's like down to like nothing. I'm not doing KC 15. I hated it. I actually gave it away. Jason Buckner's going lower A statements lately. Yes, still Barton. Furrows' anthology. You know what? Let's start with this. And Gatsby 15. That's a good poll. Okay, I'll get the Gatsby. The Gatsby's a great poll. Okay. I hate opening this shit. All right. All right. Guys, I think we have enough whiskey here. All right, Sam Calumet. I mean, you don't have to tell me to drink the any more of this 24-year Barton. This is the 2020. This is the 2025 Gatsby. This is last year's. Elijah Craig 15. Holy crap, guys. This is nuts. Gonna run out of glasses. Where am I gonna pour my pineapple? Yes, it's the Kentucky one. Oh man, this Elkwood is dark. I forgot how dark that is. Holy crap, that's dark. That's a barrel pick, actually. And then the Gatsby. All right, guys. I think you've called out. Listen. I try to do my best to fulfill all your requests. So I hope this does it, guys. Jesus Christmas, look at this table. This is insane. This is insanity. in the best way possible. I know you guys all want to come to the whiskey room right now and just freaking dive into all these. And some of you were here. I would share every bottle with you. Okay. Let's real quick. First, let's I want to do the Calumet versus the this one right here first. Hold on. So Calumet 15 is a little bit more sharp. So I think the astringency from the barrels are coming through a little bit more cherry, a little bit more sharpness. It's not as refined as the 15. We'll just call it the 1792 15 Travel. So the Travel is more refined and not, again, compared to the Calumet 15, it's not nearly as much cherry. It's just like one of those things where it's again the when I go back to it, the Travel Edition just has this more classic Kentucky bourbon refinement versus the other ones. And it's really nice. I think I like the 1792 over the Calumet. Now the Calumet 16, I don't know where the hell the rest of my bottle is. It's probably somewhere, but I actually might have finished it. I don't even know where the hell that bottle. Actually, is it here? Let me see. Calumet. I don't know where the hell it is. It's somewhere. I have the 15 though. Okay. Let's go to the Elijah Craig 15. Let's see what this goes versus the Travel. The noses are close. The Elijah Craig's a little bit sweeter, I think, on the nose, while the Travel, I think, has a little bit more oak. A little bit more oak in depth than the Travel. Let's try the Elijah Craig. Now, again, the Elijah Craig is a single barrel, so these will vary. But this single barrel I have is a little bit more heavy cherry, heavy fruit, which I dig. I might like the Travel better than that, but I think that might be a proof thing. They're very close. This Elijah Craig single barrel I have, which is barrel 33, this one has some dark fruit, but it doesn't overpower either. But I think it's a little bit more on that traditional side of high age bourbon, and I think it's very close to the Travel edition here of the 1792. However, I think the 1792 having that bigger punch of proof, it just hits better on the palate. So I think I like the 1792 over that. Now, let's go to the Gatsby. Let's go to the Gatsby here. 2025 Gatsby. Oh, this is the closest thing to the 1792. Wow. This is the closest. Absolutely. Wow. Okay. These are so close. Again, it's going to come down to proof. The Gatsby is only 100 and what is this year's? I don't know. My eyes aren't seeing that shit right now. A little over 100 proof for that one. Just the Travel edition just kind of blows it away in the proof standpoint on the finish. However, the front palate and the layers in the mid palate are very even keel. They're very much the same. Did you say Traveler, the American whiskey of the year? Yeah, I did not say Traveler was the American whiskey of the year. Yeah, this is what's crazy about the Gatsby. I think the Gatsby so far is probably the best alternative or best, I guess, comp to the 1792 Travel that I've tasted so far. I think the Calumet 15 is actually very close too. It's just a little bit sharper with that cherry note that's on it. Okay. Man, that Gatsby, I forgot how good that Gatsby is. Dessert. It's dessert. Sorry to hear that echo. I got a good one. Maybe have been lucky. Comparing price point wise, the Dickel 17 in the same ballpark. D Train, here's the thing about Dickel 17. Just buy a barrel pick of the Dickel. The Dickel 17 year, it's just a weird price point. It's 250, almost $300 for that bottle. When you have the single barrel picks that are 15, 16 years old in their own right, sometimes 17 years. So I don't understand why they would bring that to the market at such a high price point when their barrel picks are $65, $70 and they're 15 and 16 and sometimes 17 years old, on their own. So, but I think there could be some, dare I say, dick pics that are that, you know what? I did one. So I will grab one of the 19-year Dickel we did, or the 18-year one that we pulled, and I'll see if it holds up. Let's go to the Elkwood. Now, this is the pick. This is Barton, 18 years old, 124 proof. The proof point goes right up against this. So let's see what we got here. Yep, 15-year Dickel with a 19-year tag. That's right. Or actually, I think that's reversed, Kraken. I think it's a 19-year Dickel with a 15-year tag. Wow, this is way darker. This Elkwood. Oh my God, molasses for days. That's something that the Travel does not have. This Elkwood pick is stupid. It's stupid good. It's definitely got more going on than the Travel edition. But this bottle was $300, $350 for this at 18. This is $250. Okay. 24-year Nashville Barrel Company versus the Travel. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Definitely more oak on the NBC. More molasses, more brown sugar. This NBC has a cherry chocolate vibe combination, which is so good. And the palate comes in with like a cherry raspberry combo, a little bit sharp. The 1792 Travel. I don't know. The 1792 Travel is good. It's good, but there's so many good comps to it that you don't have to chase this, especially at elevated prices. While it's very good, I like it. I like the fact that it doesn't stray into that medicinal cherry territory that the Calumet 18 has. But I think the Calumet 15 and probably from memory, the Calumet 16, they are absolutely just, they're sitting on shelves. You could buy them if you have Calumet in your state, in your city. Calumet 15 and 16 are amazing comps for the 1792. So if you cannot get this, if you're not traveling overseas and you can't get to a duty free store in an airport, just get a Calumet 15 or 16. Honestly, it might be the closest comp to this with more heavy cherry, a little bit sharper. But I actually think the best comp is the Gatsby. The Gatsby that normally sits on shelves goes on sale. Usually comes in at $250 retail. By the time it sits around and hangs out, it usually comes down to maybe $200, maybe $150 in some cases. That's probably the best comp for this. Plus, it's a fancier bottle. Well, I mean, two very distinct bottle shapes, but all very good. So, and the Elkwood, this 18 Elkwood is just a whole different animal. But I think Calumet 15 and 16 are going to be your best comps. Honestly, they're easiest to find. They're going to be they're literally sitting here in Ohio. I see them every time I walk in the store, and they're freaking delicious. The Gatsby, you might be able to find some places, probably just sitting there collecting dust. Elijah Craig 15, the first wave of these went out. Not sure when these are coming back. Nashville Barrel Company, 24 years, is kind of an outlier. Sam Houston 15, not sure if we'll see that again. And these Elkwood 18 picks, not sure if these are still rolling out. There's only so many barrels some of these NDPs have. I actually didn't compare it against the Sam Houston. Shit, I like the Sam Houston probably the most because of that buttery note that it has. But that's my palate. All right. Holy shit, that was a lot of whiskey. I don't know how I'm going to get out of here, guys. There's bottles everywhere. This is amazing. It's so good to be back with you guys tonight. Having a great time. This is how I feel, guys. I know I played the video before, but yeah, I'm happy right now. I'm like a fat kid eating pasta. Here it is.
Carbonare, come fatta Trabonia, Carbonare la manga bagna, servo bagna pasciolagno. Carbonare, come fatta Trabonia.
That's right. Now we're going to do Mega Barton Blend. Mega Barton Blend. All right. No more super chats. Marty, email me the list. Let's give away some high age sample packs, buddy. Let's go. Let's fucking go. The Mega Barton Blend is ready. One day you'll have to dance that meme. You want me to recreate it? I'll recreate that. Jason, right after. That's first of all, that's not even me after eating it. That's me if I find the blueberry Danish. I'm doing that dance in the store. That's right. All right, guys. Again, tonight we are giving away 2 sample packs that include the Wild Turkey Austin Nichols Archives, Heaven Hill 22 year, Fault Line 19, Knob Creek 21, Anthology 21 year from Four Roses, the 15 year 1792 Travel Edition, and some pineapple. Why not? For the recreation. Here you go. All right, guys. What do you do with the leftover pours? Depending on what they are, sometimes I go back to it. Sometimes I blend them. But this right here, I will look at the darkness. I'm going to drink this right now, but shortly. All right, Marty, what do you got, buddy? Whiskey nose. Let's see here. Oh, there they are. Okay, he's got it. Well, is this a link, dude? Let me see what we got here. There it is. Wheel of Names. Marty, there's nothing attached to this, dude. Where are the names? You got to send me a link, buddy. There's nothing on here. Marty doesn't know the meaning of pressure. Marty, the email has no link. A random wheel. You're gonna spin it. Got it. He's gonna spin it. Okay. All right, you're gonna spin it. It's just Marty's shipping address. Marty, are you in front of a computer right now, or are you indisposed at the moment? Because I would just bring you on to spin the wheel so everybody sees it. Are you decent, or do we have to? Are you not available? It's malware. Marty's known for cheating. Yeah, I'm asking if he wants to come on real quick and pick the winners here. I want to see the wheel. I don't want to just be kind of blind. So, or unless he sends me the link for it, the actual link. What's up, Donald Rance? Bring me on. Okay. Marty, I'm going to email you right now. Have you come on and share your screen. Give me 1 second here. Let's see who wins 2 of these freaking epic sample packs. Here we go. Compose to Whiskey Nose. There it is. All right, Marty, I just sent you the link. Come on when you're ready, buddy. Let's give away some epic sample packs. In the meantime, I'm gonna freaking pour some pineapple. America. Man, after all this high age whiskey, what is this shit gonna taste like? I'm a little scared of this, but I don't like overly sweet whiskey. I feel like my hands are sticky already. Is this from the sugar that's in this shit? What's happening? All right. Real quick, guys, because I just want to kind of get into exactly like what. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I missed a big news story. Did you guys hear about RNDC? RNDC filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, seeking buyers for remaining operations. Republic National Distributing Company, RNDC, formerly the second largest wine and spirits distributor in the United States, has filed for bankruptcy after a year-long shakedown. The distributor voluntarily filed for Chapter 11 yesterday in the Southern District of Texas to initiate a court-facilitated process of shuttering the residual portions of its business, according to a memorandum published by the company. The RNDC has over 100,000 creditors, assets between $500 million and $1 billion, and liabilities between $1 billion and $10 billion, according to Wine and Spirits Daily, who reviewed the document. I mean, that's crazy. So RNDC filing for bankruptcy. Pretty crazy. Marty, you're in, but I don't see you on camera. Where's your camera, dude? Like, this is what I have from Marty. There's nobody there. Marty, you there? Yeah, I got to watch that roundtable on exactly why they went bankrupt, but that should be interesting. Yeah, Marty, I don't see the wheel, so get the wheel up. All right. So this pineapple whiskey is... So let me see. What is this? Okay. A new expression that explores how barrel influence and maturation can create tropical fruit notes without, as the company puts it, news relief, taking shortcuts. So, Victoria Pineapple Barrel Finish begins with a custom blend of 10 and 11-year-old bourbons and 11-year-old rye before being matured in Caribbean-sourced pineapple rum casks. The rum previously held in those barrels gained attention for incorporating Victoria pineapples directly during maturation, a process Bardstown Bourbon Company sought to replicate rather than simply use the casks as a finishing vessel. So after 27 months of finishing, Bardstown Bourbon Company added fresh pineapple to the barrels, mirroring the rum production method that inspired the project. Finishing with staves gave us the balance that helped integrate the pineapple character without losing the depth and complexity of the whiskey, said Dan Calloway. 75 corn, 21 rye, 4 malted barley. The rye was 95.5. 40% is 10-year-old bourbon, Indiana, and 20% is 11-year-old Indiana rye. 106 proof, $140 for this. All right. Marty, where did you go? Oh, there's Marty now. Oh, there he is. All right. What's up, Marty?
Hey, man. Sorry
to keep you up. You okay?
Yeah, just bad internet.
Bad internet. Okay. Here is the wheel. Perfect. All right, guys. So I just need you to shuffle that up a little bit, Marty. And then we're going to give away our first sample pack of the ultra aged sample set. So, Marty, when you're ready, dude, spin the wheel. Let's see who gets the first one.
Gotcha.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck. I got to write down the winners here. Who do we got? Winner is Hoppa. Hoppa?
Hoopa.
I don't know who Hoppa is.
Hoopa.
Is that Hoopa? It says Hoppa. But is that Dan Hoopa?
It's Hoopa.
Oh, congratulations, Hoopa. Dan, just shoot me an email at themashanddrum@gmail.com and I will get your sample pack out. Okay, so I want you to remove him.
Well, I did it as fast. It's Hoopa.
Yeah, remove him from all instances because I don't want him to get picked again. And then shuffle again and then spin again. All right, Marty, you there? All I hear is Marty breathing. He's like Darth Vader. Get to the hopper. Come on. Marty, you there? I don't understand. Marty is a YouTube veteran. Marty, you there?
All right. Sorry.
All right. Remove. Where'd the wheel go? You dropped the wheel. Oh my God. He's using like his phone internet. Okay, we're back. Oh, it's spinning again, guys. It's spinning. We're back. It's 1983. Max Headroom is spinning. Here we go. Beach Sand Bourbon. Beach Sand Bourbon. You get the second set of samples. Marty, let's roll with it one more time. I'm going to give away drum key samples. Let's do one more spin. All right, Marty, spin it one more time. Marty? Oh my God, what is happening? Marty! Oh, for fuck's sake, Marty! Is he seriously? Is he using Marty? Marty! Marty, can you hear me? I don't know what he's doing. All right, guys, we're gonna shut this down. I don't know what he's doing. Okay. We will give away some drum key sets next week. How about that? But right now, let's give a congrats to Hooper and to Beach Sand Bourbon. You guys are getting the high age sample sets. Congratulations. Just shoot me a message at themashanddrum@gmail.com and I will get those out to you. So here we go. Pineapples, whiskey, Burai. Oh, it's actually not as pineapple-y as I thought it was going to be. It's actually way more, a little bit rye heavy. All right, I got to try this. Here we go. Oh, there's the pineapple. Oh, man, that is fucking candy. That is candy. That is pineapple. Marty's back. Hey, Marty.
Sorry, man. Don't know what's going on.
Are you using your phone?
No, everything's like it always is. I don't know what the freaking problem is.
Oh, okay.
I apologize, man.
Oh, no worries. You're
So
good.
you want me to remove beats? Give me spin
No,
again.
you're good. We're gonna run drum key samples next week. But I appreciate your help, dude. We got our 2 winners. Thanks so much for doing all that.
Sorry, I apologize to everybody. I don't know what's the problem. All of a sudden, of course.
No,
we got.
No, you're good, man. Thank you. That was a lot of work you did. So thank you for that, man. That was a lot of. I know a lot of names came through, but we're gonna do some drum key sets next week. Non super chat entries. Non super chat entries next week for that one. So,
everybody in chat. Though.
I'll see you soon, buddy. Cheers. All right, guys. So the nose is actually more of a Burai, but the palate is holy crap. It's sweet. It is sugar, pineapple. I mean, it is pineapple rum. It's what you taste. If you have a sweet tooth, or if honestly, this, you know how we always say like angels envy rye because it tastes like maple syrup and pancakes? Like that's like the ultimate gateway into whiskey. I would add this to the list. If you have somebody that's like, I'm not sure about whiskey, this might be the bottle that gets them into whiskey. It is freaking candy in a bottle. Holy shit. That is super sweet. Mauricio says that sounds right up my alley. Dude, Mauricio, if you like sweetness, dude, this is the one. This is the one. Wow. But you know what? It does have actually some nice savory notes to it. The rye spice in it from that 95.5 actually comes through. I think you get it on the very, very back end of it. But overall, it's a very, very sweet, sweet experience. It's sugary. It's pineapple-y. It gives you kind of like these ebbs and flows of different sweetness levels as you sip it. I feel like the very front of it is super sweet. Then you get spice. Then it goes back up to sweet. Then it ends with some spice again. I honestly don't hate it. I was scared of this whiskey. This might get sweeter though as it opens up. Man, but that is sugary. I don't know. Maybe it's the fat kid whiskey. Maybe it's that fat kid dancing for pasta that's inside of me. That's kind of liking this a little bit. I'll have a full review of this actually probably the next couple days. But before we go, guys, let's try the Mega Barton blend. Look at that, baby. Here we go. Cheers, guys. This was an awesome return. I know I was only gone for a week, but every time I'm even gone for a week, it feels like a month. So cheers to you guys. Let's see how this shook out. That is pure cherry cough medicine. All of those whiskeys together, it made it Robitussin. It tastes like friggin' Robitussin. Oh, cherry Robitussin with tons of caramel on the finish. This could actually work depending on the components, but it's way too much cherry. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. Congrats to our winners. This was a ton of fun tonight going through all these great bottles. I will be live next week, guys, as always. May have a special guest on next week. So, guys, love you all. Thanks for all the support. As I always say, it's not about the whiskey. It's the people you share it with. It's good to be back. Patrons, late after party coming at you. Cheers, guys.